actually
the problem by putting a bloody paper on the door saying that this elevator is not working.
The thing is, this elevator, I mean, there was when the incident took place, and we are really saddened by the loss of this dear doctor, youngster. He's from my hometown, by the way, and I have my brothers, they knew him, so everybody was praising him, and he was a hardworking person. He's a very smart. And honestly speaking, it was really sad to just scroll his picture and the whole incident on. And I'm very sorry for his mother, because she was the one raising him after his death of his father by the age of 7. So I mean, he was a role model of someone succeeding in life and starting to make a brightful future for him and for the country. What happened is that this elevator, and that was marked as having a technical issue since 2016. Can you imagine? There was someone working there, and then there was some witnessing people saying, I worked there as a chief in service, and then I left to Canada to just my immigrating with my family. And I remember I have escalated this to the technical and the direction and the administration of the hospital. Nothing happened yet, and we have heard that even the actual minister of health was notified about it 2 months ago. Nothing has happened, and then the poor doctor, he was making his night shift. He's still a resident, and he was just taking the elevator to go to another row to check one of the patients. And then we actually, through social media and Facebook, have heard different scenarios about the way he died, but eventually he died because of the technical issue that was not fixed, unfortunately, by the ones who are supposed to do it. What I say, it's not even an over stupidity of handling this, but it's a total. This is where we have corruption. So if you are corrupting a field, you are not making the job up properly. No follow up of anything, of any happening inconvenience. This can cause the life of people. I mean, people are losing the lives due to that, and it's not only happening in this field. It's happening everywhere. I mean, every day we're hearing an individual incident, and people will feel sorry about it. But then by the end of the day, these people have lost their lives, and then you're just making a post on Facebook and feeling sorry, and then leaving, forgetting about it, and then going to next. I mean, if you take all of this together and just gather it, you will think that it's the number one reason that people are thinking about leaving the country, and that's a pity, because we love this country. We are patriotic enough to feel jealous of it and to just want to stay, to serve it, to do a lot of good stuff for it. But unfortunately, the way it's being done and led, it's suffocating and leading people to just thinking they are not safe, their kids are not safe, and they are thinking about going elsewhere. So and then the thing that's really it's making me pissed off even is that when the incident happened, then they went to all the elevators and the other regional hospitals trying to fix them. Like, seriously? I mean, to be honest, the quality of the service and equipment in the hospitals that are in the regional areas are really marginalized compared to the 3 or 4 university hospitals that we have on the coast, on the north. And it's a whole strategic governmental strategy that it has to be revised. But the thing is, until when we will be just seeing this and seeing people losing their lives? So many lovely I call blossoms are just losing their lives, and this country is losing them because of this carelessness of some officials and the lack of follow-up on some tiny details that can be solved and just help it out if someone does his job,
if someone that actually
properly.
did their job properly. And I think this is the point where we say we are moving into privatization the health sector. I mean, we see the equipments in private hospitals and doctors' clinics. We see all that, and
there is a big difference.
And we compare and we say, okay, we are heading into the privatization of this sector. I mean, I see 100% care and 100% let's say intentions and caring to the private sector. However, on the other hand, I see a total carelessness to the public health, which is the most vital sector in our lives, before economy, before anything we can talk about. So this is where we're heading. We're heading into privatization. We're heading into pushing people to pay money in order to live. I mean, we had a girl a month ago dying because she fell in a sink. because
another
of the
girl,
bloody weather.
another girl. There are two girls actually.
Two girls,
What
a young girl
one?
and another younger
Yes.
girl. And we had a doctor who died with an elevator technical issue. So where are we going by this?
This is what I call
this is where we're going.
the individual incident, that it's gonna lead to a moment of explosion, social explosion, and
we are already in it.
And already the Tunisian community now, Tunisian society, Tunisian people now are really feeling, I mean, frustrated and exhausted because it's all a sum of political chaos.
Yeah.
Honestly speaking,
corruption.
A lack of strategy, total lack of strategy at all levels.
Yeah.
Corruption everywhere, and we're working on the idea of lobbying. So if you're lobbied enough, you're staying, you're safe, and if you're not, then you're not, and then we're going to having these differences in the social ranks. People are getting poorer, and other people are fine with staying in their situation. And all this is impacting the psychology of the Tunisian citizen today. And a Tunisian citizen, it includes the Tunisian child, the Tunisian youngster, the adult, and even the elderly people. So honestly speaking, I didn't even see in the media people really tackling this. They're just coming to invite some people here to talk, and just people from political life want to make a show of saying, oh, we are expressing our empathy. But honestly speaking, those who are in the assembly should be doing their job to represent the region and to defend,
not getting absent and getting paid tons of money just to show up on the TV and talking to many talk shows. We are not here about talking. We're talking about a bloody strategy, people. We need to anticipate what's happening. Why don't we have a bloody public strategy, a government strategy that will tell us what's going to happen in 2030? I mean, yesterday or the day before, I was covering a project concerning the BioDev 2030 environment plan. I mean, people are talking about 2030. Where are we from that?
We are still, like, honestly speaking, we are in 2020. But if you see the type of infrastructure and the problems we are saving, I feel that we are in 1995. Even before going to the medieval, we are having an issue of gas and gas lately. So people are using the bottles of gas, not the vital. I mean, do you know that people are coming back to making wood to cook in some areas? We are in 2020, and some people are speaking to me about making Tunisia numeric. But what in numeric? We are lacking the necessities. Like, someone would be thinking
concerning that, Afif. Actually, kids, when they try to do digital education or education from
online,
home,
especially with the COVID context now,
they try to do that. However, it didn't work because 90% of students didn't have access to internet or didn't have computers. So the entire plan fell down to the sink. I'm sorry for saying that, but that's the point. That's the word to be said.
But that's the truth, inevitably.
Because no one had connection. Even us, when we are having connection and it's not really working properly. So what we're talking about here, Tunisia, to sum up, Tunisia is the only country that's going backwards rather than going forwards. And I think you agree on that totally, Afif.
Yes, totally agree. And honestly speaking, we are not really happy to come over this and to highlight this in a way. But I believe media, those TVs everywhere, national and even the private ones, even so many radio stations, have to devote some time to tackling the issues concretely, not just inviting people for the sake of talking, taking pictures and posting on the official page of Facebook a whole long paragraph. But honestly speaking, no concrete actions are taking place. And the number one reason that has to, just work it out, it's the mentality of those who are in power, just to work hard to make those who are needing help to change their mentality also. All of this is going to go hand in hand to change this Tunisian society and community with a given political willingness and a clear governmental strategy, so that we can overall go to do something. Because honestly speaking, if you say about the democratic transition, we did good so far compared to the other countries. But let's speak economically speaking. Let's go to the debts we have to the with the World Bank. Let's see the investment rate. Let's see the debt rate. We are really in a difficult situation. And we are calling people who are just listening to us just to give a hand on that, and to promote a space where we can evoke this more and more in social media and in media, because this will be helping to scrutinize the problems, to go to solve them somehow.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed, Afif. And as I said, you can't really ask people to stay in the country if you don't find solution for
Of
it.
course.
And you can really ask your brilliant minds to stay in a country where its own kids are being either killed, either raped, either the robbers, sorry, and either dying for a stupid technical issue that can be avoided easily.
You know the hashtag that's being circulating after the death of Badr Alwi?
What was that?
God bless his soul. It's when you remember there was a case of the kid, the little kid Omar, who died because he couldn't swim, learn how to swim. تعلم عوم. Now it's learn how to take the elevator. So تعلم how you take the elevator to be safe. We are sorry, people, to say this, but honestly speaking, the situation is not really
it's a full accumulation. I think many people, just one last point, I think, because I wanted to say this for a long time ago, so many people hate Bourguiba for, I don't know, for what reason, whatever, but the guy had a vision, and I wish we had a leader that has a vision.
We had to have someone carrying on this.
I don't like to glorify anyone or to clarify him, because that's not my job. However, the point that Bourguiba did, he had a vision, and I hope that we find a leader that had a vision, someone who anticipates stuff, someone who could say, all right, next 10 years we're gonna be this and this and this, like Dubai, it started from scratch.
No, that's what I'm speaking about. It's the lack of the political willingness and the lack of a given political future. We need someone who has a vision just to carry out the path. We need to move forward, not go backward, not also yearning for a past. We are in 2020 now, and it's a pity that, as I said, we are thinking we are in the medieval age even.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you so much, Afaf, and I'm still sorry for the news.
We are really sorry for the loss of the youngster.
And I cannot tell you what kind of emotions we had. I mean, I was disappointed to my core, because it's not a problem of one government, it's a problem of entire.
I had pain. I had a real pain in my heart when hearing the news of the death, the way he died.
Yeah.
And I said it's another tragedy
that
we are adding.
Mom? What you gonna? I mean, when you call his mom, you're gonna say, "I'm sorry, your kid, you had 2 doctors and an engineer. Your kid, who stayed in the country, died in an elevator. We're sorry to hear that.
He was doing his job.
I'm sorry about the funeral. They said it's gonna be a public funeral, a national funeral.
Yes,
I didn't see that. I saw
even
neighbors,
if it's gonna be a national. Do you really think that's gonna be doing anything for this poor lady?
Why the lies? Why the propaganda? The false propaganda. It's not even correct propaganda. They said national funeral. I didn't see any
nothing national about it.
Because I saw people just riding behind him on his bikes, just his neighbors, some of the people from that town.
People who loved him for sure, and
I didn't see anything. I didn't see a national funeral. I saw the PM visiting last night. We talked about it in the news.
In the news, yeah.
We talked about it. He came to the hospital. Nothing else. What the hell is going on? Where is the national funeral? So this is one thing, and we don't even honor the people that died in this country, and we don't even honor the people that made achievement while they're still alive, rather than let alone when they die.
Yes.
So I'm sorry. I'm just saying I'm
very sorry for the loss. Very sorry for this tragedy.
God bless his soul, Allah yarhamu, and we just our condolences to his family, to the entire region, and to the doctors, and to the entire medical sector, because they have lost one of their own. So
amen to that.
Yeah. So we just go with a song. I'm sorry, it's gonna be a song, but we'll get back to you.